Okay, this is Wing Rider. I know my videos are have been a little boring lately. I haven't been on any trips or anything. I'm doing a little short video on the 2012 Goldwing for a couple things. One is still testing positions with the GoPro. I think the position I've decided to go ahead and use is on the right side of my helmet. Just getting it lined up right and everything, because the last video that I did, it was kind of like that. It was crooked, so it's hard to tell with a full face helmet, which, you know, I need to get one of those little screens that you put on the back of the GoPro. But anyway, for those of you who have 2012 Goldwings that have cruise control, I'll show you a little trick here. When you have your cruise control on, there are three ways you can turn it off. One is your front brake, one is your rear brake. The third one you probably don't know about, but the throttle, just give it a little twist forward. It's like it clicks, kind of, just a little twist forward, and that turns off your cruise control. So here, I don't know if you can see it, I'll set it, boom, cruise control set. Take the throttle, and just a little click forward, boom, it's off. And that's how you do that. I didn't read completely through the manual when I bought the wing, so one day I was just riding and I twisted the throttle forward and the cruise went off, and I learned it that way through trial and error. So I'm going to do a couple of short videos. If you keep them short, they're a lot easier to upload, it seems, because it takes forever to upload one. I have no idea why it takes so long to upload a video on YouTube. Mine don't have the fancy intros and all that stuff. One other thing that I did, I had running boards with a heel toe shifter on my Goldwing, and it shifted kind of hard. I mean, it was easy to shift with a heel toe shifter, but bang, bang, you know, you heard it when it went into gear. And I did some research and discovered it. It's not the best thing for the Goldwing. In fact, Honda won't warranty problems, transmission engine problems, if you have a heel toe shifter. So I took them off, and I had them on there pretty much since the bike was new. But it's actually more comfortable with the pegs back on it. My foot position feels better. It shifts easier. It just click, nice little click when you change gears. Hey, Bill. So it's pretty easy. I put the pegs back on, and I like the look of the floorboards better, but the pegs work out just fine. They're actually more comfortable, and the transmission seems to shift better, you know, a little bit better. So something to think about. If you have a Goldwing, you put all kind of Kiriaki and all kind of fancy stuff on it. Not always the best way to go. Some of that stuff is actually could be harmful to your bike. Just because a company like Kiriaki produces it to go on your bike doesn't mean you should put it on there. When I was in law enforcement, you know, people used to tell me I'd catch people with cocaine, you know, stuff like that. And I would see these people that had these dark things they'd put on the back of their tail light lenses, dark covers to black them out. And the combination of the two things, anyway, I'd stop somebody that had one of these dark covers over their tail lights, and it is illegal. You have to, your tail lights have to be seen. You have to have a red lens on there, and they would make it actually more dangerous for you. They look cool. I would stop people and give them warnings. I wouldn't really give them tickets unless I saw them a second time later where they didn't make the change. And believe me, they'd remember who you are. But they would ask me, well, they make them to put on your vehicle. Yeah, well, they make cocaine too, but it doesn't mean it's legal to use the stuff. Get it? Anyway, I can tell you stuff, man. Now, this was not me. This was a deputy sheriff in Sarasota County. I was down there years ago. I'm not going to say who he is. Stopped to help a guy change a flat tire on a car. He said afterwards, the guy was really nice. Turns out the guy had stolen the car, had a flat tire. Deputy pulled up behind him. Can I help you? Didn't run the tag or anything. The guy didn't look like he'd stolen the car, I guess. And so deputy helped him change the car, sent him on his way. Later on, there was a bolo put out, the description of the guy and everything. Apparently somebody saw him take the car, knew who he was, put his description out, everything. The deputy's like, uh-oh. I may have seen that gentleman earlier today. It wasn't me. I was a highway patrol officer. It wasn't me. Although people are human, we make mistakes. Even law enforcement officers make mistakes. But the fact is, they're human. People need to give them a chance. They have emotions and feelings and things too. And when you get in their face when they're doing their job, those emotions kind of come to the surface. It creates more problems than there need to be. So cooperate with a law enforcement officer. Unless they're going beyond the law, which they have to obey the law too. See? And they're not above the law. But give them a chance. Things will work out a little bit better. If you get pulled over for doing something stupid, they know you're human. If it wasn't bad, they might give you a warning. But if you got a bad attitude, they're going to give you a ticket. Think about it. Okay, I'm going to cut this one off. Goldwings. For some reason, when I put those pegs back on, I took those running boards off. I didn't want to do it, but I'd read the research. My feet were, flat on the running boards. It wasn't that comfortable. Man, they look good on the wing. I love the heel-toe shifter, but I saw that video the guy did about the warranty deal, and I thought, it bothered me a little bit, so I took them off, put the pegs back on, and it is just, it's more comfortable. The bike shifts better. Really, when you shift it, it's just click, click. Before it was like bang, bang. So there is something to that about that damaging, being harmful to the transmission. I don't know how it translates from a heel-toe shifter into doing that. You wouldn't think it would, but it does. It even sounds different when it shifts. So, like I said, think about it. Do some research on it. Because if you damage the transmission on a GL1800, you better get your daggone pocketbook out, buddy. And if it's under warranty, warning, if it's under warranty and you do transmission damage and you go into the dealer and it's got running boards and heel-toe shifter, you may get an unpleasant surprise when they tell you it's not warranted. Don't say you weren't warned about that. But man, it's just click, click. It shifts so, it sounds way better than it did. And like I said, I can't explain it, but just click, click compared to bang, bang. So anyway, sorry about the sound effects. I just wanted you to get the idea of what I'm talking about here. And I'm not messing with you. I'm serious. That's the way those heel-toe shifters worked. I loved it. I love the looks, but it shifts easier. Well, not easier, but it shifts easier. Just click, click. So be warned about that. And like I say, it's just my foot position. Your foot naturally goes down. The toe goes down. It's comfortable that way. But when you put it on the running board, it's not as comfortable. So they look better, but they're not as comfortable. And I do believe they're harmful to your transmission on your GL1800. So if you have running boards and heel-toe shifter on there, you may want to think about taking them off. Anyway, hopefully the video helps you a little bit. There's a little tech talk there. about the cruise control and the running boards and the tilt shifter. So I'm at Wing DXC. I got another little grocery thing. I'll buy groceries every couple of days. I don't buy enough to last a week or so. Anyway, this is Wing Rider. We'll see you on the return trip.